So after the defeat to Norwich, just responding with the win was so important. So obviously you must be delighted with how the team have responded, but even at this early stage, does kind of getting back up to second, does that really lift the team?
I don't think you can take any notice of the league until maybe 15, 16 games in, a third of the way in, and then you can have a look where you are and what you're doing. It's still very, very early in the season. I still think there's things that will pan out over the course of the next 8 games, 7 or 8 games. You wouldn't change what we've done. I think we've had a fantastic start to the season. The important thing is that everybody understands that we're running a marathon, we're not running a sprint race, and that's what the championship is about. It's staying in the pack and being strong enough to stay in the pack. And if we can do that, then brilliant.
And Bolton at home, obviously you are targeting every game, but to not kind of let a defeat, then a draw, not get that win, that was vital. And obviously your teams, they're so strong at the back, but despite the 2 goals, you were critical of how clinical your team were making the wrong decision in the final third. So how have the team responded to that this week?
I actually think I was constructive in not critical. Let's not be negative. It's being constructive in respect of winning a game of football and saying that we can do better. And if we concentrate a little bit more, take our time, there's better, that we will create and score more goals. I don't think anybody can deny that during the course of the game we deserved to win it, especially the first half performance, which we played exceptionally well, and should have come in more than a goal up. Now, again, looking back at the game, and it's happened now on 3-4 occasions, there's been decisions made by referees that have been very poor for us. The penalty was a penalty, and Flint's goal is onside, it's not offside. So there's 2 opportunities that have been taken out of our grasp straight away. The week before we play at Norwich, they have a player sent off, and then he's not sent off. Then we have a very, very good shout again for a penalty that's not given. And the week before that, we have 2 definite penalties at Leeds that are not given. So, we've not had, I don't think, anything go for us in respect of decisions by the officials, which makes our run even better the more it looks.
George Saville, just a word about him to get the goal for him on his first start. How impressed have you been by him since he's joined the group? Well,
he's only been in a few days, obviously, but the international break took him away for 2 weeks. I still think George can do better than what he did the other night. I thought he played okay, and the goal was what he can do. He's clinical. If it drops to him, he got 10 goals for Millwall last year. We're looking for him to get goals for us this year as well. But, I think he's a player that there's still a lot in there to come out of. And, looking forward to working with him. Good lad as well. He's really good round. He settled in, good round the club as well.
With Britta coming on in the second half, and the coolest of finishes for that goal, is he giving you a bit of a selection headache?
No, not at all. I think I've spoken to him. It's about the group, as I've just said. Now it's a long season, and it's about the group. It's not about the 11 players that should go out this week. It'll be the 11 players that turn up the following week and the following week and the following week. And with injuries, suspensions, a drop of form, everybody has got to be together and everybody's got to stick together. And there's a good group there. I think they understand, the way that I want to run it, the way the club should be run, especially in respect of the team and the squad. They're all very, very important members of that group.
The last time I was here, it was before the Leeds game, and you spoke about how much you were looking forward to that game in particular. Was Swansea a game you looked out for at the beginning of the season, when you get fixtures?
Well, the fact that Swansea went down and Cardiff got promoted took a little bit of the hurt away. I think it would have been wonderful for South Wales to have had 2 clubs in the Premier League. Obviously, I'll always have a soft spot for that part of the country. I've still got my brothers and sisters who live down there. So, always look out for the results. Even Wrexham, You go through it. Newport, Wrexham, you just go through it, and that's in you, I think.
Thank you.
Tony, were you a little bit surprised with the appointment of Graham Potter as Swansea manager?
Well, Graham did a great job in Scandinavia. When you look at his record and what he did with that football club, it was a fantastic job with not a great deal of resources. It's certainly one out of the box in respect of name and the fact that there was so many other people that they could have turned to. But it looks as though he's making a good fist of it. And that, it's a club that looks as though they're in transition. They look as though they've set their stall out to do it in a certain way, to get back into the Premiership in a certain way. And fair play to them. Good luck. Apart from Saturday, good luck to them.
I know you said before that you expect things to sort of settle down in the Championship over the next sort of eight games. Is Swansea's situation one of those, and Stoke as well to that extent? These teams that have come down and haven't sort of
hit the ground running.
Yeah, haven't had the start to life that people would have expected.
I think anybody in the Championship can beat anybody in the Championship. I think it's that league. I think if you don't turn up and make sure you're having a go, and make sure the team's having a go, I don't think you can take anything for granted. I think it's a relentless league. When you think we're going to play 3 games this week, 3 games next week, and the week after, and the week after that, and then there's an international break. It's relentless. It's very, very difficult, but it is what it is, and you have to get on with it.
And just a word on Swansea. Obviously, a lot of the sort of bigger name players moved on after the relegation, but they've still got a really good squad. Yeah,
they have, and they've got some good young players, and they've brought some great kids through over the years. Going back to Robbie James, Alan Curtis, and people like that. Absolutely fantastic record of bringing through their own youngsters. And I'm sure, like I say, I'm sure one of the remits that Graham has got is to give the kids who have been playing in their academies the opportunity and a chance to play.
Just looking this morning, there's been a significant announcement for Teesside. Great way to celebrate a good season for Middlesbrough, taking the lads to the Take That concert at the Riverside.
They've all booked their tickets already, so we've got something to look forward to. The area, it's a fantastic occasion for the North East and for Middlesbrough itself, and I'm sure it'll sell out.
Are you a fan?
No, I'm more Sinatra and that, to be honest. But yeah, of course I like some of their music. I like all types of music.
Just going back to your comment previously, you were talking about the unpredictability of this division. Obviously this year you've come back into this division. Has it changed an awful lot since you last tasted this level of football? Yeah, I think tactically, but teams play different. I think there's a more studious approach. I think the Premier League, working at the clubs that I've worked at in the Premier League, I think you have to really, really be well set up off the pitch and organised and tactically aware of what's going to come your way. In the Championship, it's a bit freer than what it is in the Premiership. Obviously, it hasn't got the quality, but I think, tactically, there's managers in you. If you have a look at the quality of the managers in the Championship now, it's good. It's a good challenge. I guess half the battle as well is the number of games you play in this division.
That's the biggest battle.
Yeah.
The biggest battle is managing the group during the games, and there is cause for concern. I think the fixtures at times, the way they're set up, can be unfair. I don't think it can be fair for some and unfair for others. Even this week, for Swansea to play on a Tuesday night and for us to play on a Wednesday night, I don't think that's right. We never picked Wednesday. We always play our games on a Tuesday. But the Football League or the Championship have got this rule now that they've got to split games Tuesday and Wednesdays. Why on earth they didn't, do it in a way that the teams that played Wednesday would play Saturday against each other? I don't know. There just seems to be no thought put in concern of doing it in an even-mannered way, and that is a little bit of a disappointment. But we have to get on with it.
I guess when you're making your team selections, there is more to it than just putting a team out for that game, because you're almost thinking 2 or 3 games ahead, who's going to last the distance?
You are, I'm not. I'm just concerned about Swansea. Swansea's a big game, and it's getting the best players on the pitch in the right frame of mind and fitness-wise. Now, if you're saying that we'll have to look at the players and see if they're ripe and ready to go, yeah, but there's no looking down the line at whoever it is coming next. The big thing is Swansea, and we've got to, everybody, as a football club, have got to concentrate on that game. They're a very, very good side. I think even on Tuesday night, I need to say the Britannia, at the Bet365 stadium, they caused Stoke real problems, and I'm sure they'll make changes for our game. They've rested certain players, and we expect a real tough game.
But it is a squad game, and that's why you need the likes of Britt to come off the bench and contribute as he did the other night.
Yeah, we'll need everybody. You know, like you say, the amount of games that are going to be played, we'll need everybody because of injuries, suspensions, and a lack of form. Because your form will dip. You can't play at a certain level week in, week out, or if you do, it's an exceptional achievement.
With your ambitions to obviously take Boro up, you need a solid home platform, and you've got that. I think it's going back to March and you haven't been beaten, so that's a nice way to be going.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up.
Fortress though, isn't it? I mean, you made it a tough place though, haven't you? And that's battle.
Yeah, and that's what we've got to do.